Hello YouTube, it's Josh again, and I'm doing my deck build that I had in Yu-Gi-Oh! Legacy of the Duelist Link Evolution, my Cyber Dragon deck here. So I'm just going to be going through, kind of explaining what the deck does, why I have certain things, and yeah, hopefully mine inspires some people to play it. Cyber Dragon is one of my favorite decks that I have in real life as well, so that's kind of the reason why I kind of went back and built this. Starting off, the basics, I guess. Driver I'll get to a bit later. 3 Cyber Dragon, self-explanatory. You can special summon it if your opponent has a monster. 3 core, it's your main searcher. You can search Cyber Emergency, Repair Plant, Cyber Load Fusion, Cyber Rush System with it. So it's a pretty good card, and it also has the effect that if you have no monsters while it's in the graveyard, you can banish it, and you can special summon a Cyber Dragon from your deck, which is also pretty good. Cyber Dragon Dry, which has the effect that when you normal summon it, you can make all the Cyber Dragon monsters you currently control level 5. So Core is a level 2, Hers is level 1, Nax is level 1, Pier is level 4. You can all make them all level 5, which is useful because we have Nova, which needs level 5s. So that's why I run 3 Dry. 3 Hers, when it's sent to the graveyard, you can add a Cyber Dragon from your deck to your hand or from your graveyard to your hand, which is also good because all the Cyber Dragons, I think except for Dry and maybe Pier, are actually just Cyber Dragon on the field and in the graveyard, so you can add those back to your hand as well. And it also has the effect to make itself level 5 if it's special summoned until the end of the turn. Naxxter has the effect you can discard a light monster to special summon it, and when it's normal or special summoned, you can special summon a level 5 machine monster in your graveyard, which will most likely be Cyber Dragon. Sometimes you might have Galaxy Soldier, but pretty good card as well. Fear has the effect that each Cyber Dragon gains 500 attack and defense, and whenever a Cyber Dragon is normal or special summon, you can special summon this card as well. The one thing I would say about Veer is the special summon effect. You wouldn't want to use it if you're normal summoning Core, Hers, or Naxxter, because if they gain the attack from Veer, you can't use machine duplication on them, it'll be too high. So that's just something to keep in mind. 2 Veiler, just for negates if you need them. 3 Galaxy Soldier, so with Galaxy Soldier you can search it out with Repair Plant if you have a Cyber Dragon in the graveyard. And then the normal play is to have Hers and Galaxy Soldier. You ditch both. You ditch Hers to summon Galaxy Soldier, activate both effects. You add a Cyber Dragon and a Galaxy Soldier. You do the same thing again, and then you make Nova with the Galaxy Soldiers, which sets up the graveyard effect of Nova as well. So that's why that works. Gamma, another negate. I run 3 Gamma and the 1 Driver because you need Driver for Gamma, and then you can also use Gamma even though the Driver's in the graveyard. So you negate and destroy the monster that's being negated, and then you special summon Gamma and Driver. Pretty good effect. Call by the Grave is in a graveyard negate as well. I would say Call by the Grave, you can switch it up for other cards if you find that you're not using it. Gamma, you can probably drop down to 2 or 1 and put in some other hand traps if you want. Personal preference, I would say, in terms of that. Emergency is a search card. You can add a light machine from your deck to your hand. More often than not, if you have no core, you want to search core. If not, you can just search whatever you need or whatever tech play you want to work out with. Repair Plant, majority of the time, is going to be you can have 1 Cyber Dragon in the graveyard. You can search a light machine, and also has the effect that you can take a light machine from your graveyard and shuffle it into the deck. If you have 3 Cyber Dragons in your graveyard, you can do all 3, or both effects, I mean. So most likely you're going to want to search Galaxy Soldier if you don't already have it, and then the shuffle effect, you can just recycle materials. Ref System's kind of like a Monster Reborn, but also lets you summon from your hand a Cyber Dragon. So I have it at 1, pretty good card. Also have 1 Monster Reborn, but you can run this at 2 if you want instead of the Monster Reborn because of the hand summon effect. Cyber Load Fusion is a fusion card that you use your banished monsters, shuffle them into the deck, and special summon a fusion monster. Just one thing to remember with that is that when you do that on that turn, that's the only monster that you can attack with whatever fusion monster you use. But pretty good card. It's a backup if you run out of options, and it's also a quick play, so you can use it in a battle phase. Foolish Burial, you can just send Hers and get the search. 3 Machine Duplication. If you start with Core, you're going to normal Core, effect a search, probably Cyber Emergency, and then you're going to machine dupe on Core because its name is treated to Cyber Dragon on the field, and then summon 2 Cyber Dragons. And then you just go from there, make plays with that. Pretty self-explanatory. You can also use machine dupe with Naxxter and Hers, but again, just remember about the Vire, or Veer, I'm not sure how you say it, especially someone with the attack gain. 1 Monster Reborn, self-explanatory. Overload Fusion. You're going to be using this majority of the time to make Rampage, and you're going to most likely be using it with Verte. But yeah, let's just fusion summon use it from with materials from your graveyard. 2 Imperm. I mean, Infinity's on the art, so it's kind of a must play for me. But again, optional. You can choose with other hand traps or whatever you like. Negate from hand. If it's set, you negate spell and traps in the column as well. For the extra deck, 1 Mega Fleet, which is kind of useful if they use Link summons, which are in this game. The Overdragon, more often than not, you're not really using this, but if it comes down to it, you need to use Cyberload Fusion, you can. One thing to remember about it, though, it does return everything on your field. Actually, no, it sends it to the graveyard when it's summoned. 2 Rampage. On summon, you get 2 pops, or depending on how many monsters you use with it, you get that many pops. Then you has the effect to send 2 from your deck to the graveyard to attack 3 times, which is part of the OTK strategy. You can send hers with that too. Pepperstone Dragon attacks twice, pretty good card as well. Velk Makaba is just in there for the quick effect negate, which can be summoned off Nova if Nova is destroyed. That's the effect that Nova has. Omega, you can also use this here with Gamma and Driver or other cards if you want to make it for the banish effect as well. On Infinity, you make that off a Nova. It's Omni Negate, and you can also attach a base-up attack position monster, so you can take your bonus monsters too. The Nova, 2 level 5s. You can detach 1 material, especially summon a Cyber Dragon for your graveyard. Pretty self-explanatory there. Seeger, you can activate the effect to give one of your monsters, your Cyber Dragons, 2100 attack and defense for that turn, but Seeger does no battle damage that turn, so it still can attack. But most likely, you're going to be putting that on Rampage for the OTK. It'll have 4200 and can attack 3 times as broken. Verte, you can make 1 card become dark, or 2000 life points you can pay for a fusion summon. You can use Overlord Fusion to make a Rampage. Lambda, just in there again for like the Gamma Driver. Almirage, you can link off core to Almirage, and then that sets up a Cyber Dragon in your graveyard for Repair Plant or Nova, because you have to have a target before you can use that. Side deck, Ash, negate, Droll, negate, Ghost Spell, negate, Droll, Ghost Ogre, negate, Cosmic Cyclone for the back row, second Overload Fusion, Power Bond, which I do have Cyber Ant Dragon and Cyber Twin Dragon. That's also could be used for that. For some multi-key plays if you want, you don't have to run it. Second Mega Fleet and Cyber Ant Dragon. There's nothing too crazy, but yeah, that's about it. Thank you guys for watching. I'll see you in the next one. Peace.